I've it's crazy. I've been going on a couple little rants, but I don't know. I'm just a very supportive person. I've always, since I was young, been some type of dreamer, or believed that dreams could come true. Walt Disney ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all of that to say this, man. Like, I'm very infatuated with people's dreams. I'm very inspired by people's aspirations. I'm in a space of, just growth like anybody else, but also learning and exploration. And I've always been fascinated with people's dreams, especially people that can do the things I can't do. I've just always been fascinated. Like, dang, God gave you that gift. Like, that's what's up. And a lot of the times, the gifts that God gives us, we wish we could trade them for other people's gifts without realizing that, like, He gave you that specific gift to use for a reason. And once you hone and tap into the gift that God has given you, oh my God, you're unstoppable. And we're constantly learning, bro. Like, it's people who are just constantly like, okay, I've mastered skydiving, now I'm on to scuba diving, and then after scuba diving, I want to go and learn how to meditate with monks. And it's a never-ending journey. And once again, you're learning different, doing all these things, you're learning different elements of yourself. But your gift, the natural God-given thing that God has given you, that makes you shine and makes you stand out, and that when you use it benefits others, and takes you to the next level, and makes you different than everybody else. Man, I've always been obsessed with people's gifts. But gifts and dreams are two different. They go in alignment, because your gift may not be your dream, have anything to do with your dream. And we don't have to feel pressured to do the thing we're good at. Just because, like, that's your gift, that doesn't mean you have to do that for the rest of your life, right? But I've heard some things about gifts and dreams, and one thing I've heard is, like, your gift is your money maker, right? Like, a lot of times we run from our gift when that's something that can definitely get you in the door. Talent means currency, so whatever you're talented at and comes natural is a gift that God gave you to easily be able to provide for yourself. But back to the dreams. I've always had a obsession with dreams, gang, ever since I was little. Like, I loved DreamWorks, right? I've loved I love to see people's aspirations and dreams. I almost ran a red light. But long story short, man, I really just made this post to hear, like, what is your dream? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What is your aspiration ever since you were little? Even if that dream changed, what did you used to want to be, and what do you want to be now? Like, because I want to make this post to just encourage people to follow their dreams, right? Whatever that may be. But with also understanding that nothing happens overnight. It takes 9 months to have a baby. You can have sex overnight, but it still takes 9 months to have a baby. So nothing happens overnight. But what is your dreams? What is your dream? What is your aspiration? Drop those in the comments, man. I just want to know, for real. I don't care if you're saying you want to fly. R. Kelly said he wanted to fly. He made a hit about it. Love y'all. Yeah.